Hi everyone, welcome to Shell's Sugar Rush. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to be making some adorable little Easter brownies and decorating them. So if you enjoy things like this, stick around and watch me. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more treats like this. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start our brownies with 2 sticks or 8 ounces of unsalted butter and 4 ounces of milk chocolate. Now you can use dark or semi-sweet, but I'm using milk chocolate today. So I'm going to pop these in a bowl together and pop them in the microwave and melt this, and we'll be right back to put our other ingredients together. Okay, so our butter and chocolate are well melted and incorporated together. So we're just going to set that aside to cool while we mix up our other ingredients. So I've got a bowl here, and I'm going to start with 4 large eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm just pour that in there. And I've got here 1/2 cup of white sugar and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And I'm just going to mix these up with my hand mixer, and I'm going to mix them for about 2 or 3 minutes just till they start to get some good structure to them. Okay, and at this point, guys, you're going to want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees, okay? Now, I'm going to bring back in our melted butter and chocolate, okay? And I'm going to add this into the egg mixture now that it has cooled down, because you don't want to cook your eggs, okay? So I'm just going to stir that in. And now I'm going to bring in my dry ingredients, and in my bowl I have 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I have a 1/2 cup of cocoa powder and 1 teaspoon of salt, okay? And just slowly incorporate it in on a low speed until it's just incorporated. And now you certainly don't want to overmix this. So at this point, I'm just going to get a spatula and just fold the rest of the dry ingredients in. And this way you make sure you've got everything off the sides and the bottom of the bowl as well. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. And I have here 3 6-inch round cake pans that I'm going to put this in. I've got them all sprayed a little bit and lined with some parchment paper. And I'm going to put some in here because this is the shape that I want to work with for my Easter brownies. We're just going to make sure they're leveled out and pop them in our 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Okay, so our brownies are done. They baked exactly 20 minutes, and we're gonna let them cool and make some icing and get them decorated. Okay, so our brownies are ready, and I have some colored icing here that I've prepared in some piping bags with the appropriate tip. And then I have some extra tips that, I'll be swapping out to do some different decor. So I have put a coupler on each end just to, make it easy to change those tips out. So we'll start with 2 of our brownies. We're going to set one aside because one is going to be for a different design. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start with these 2 and cut out our design. And these brownies are pretty thick. They did go exactly 20 minutes. They came out pretty thick. This recipe, you could actually put in a 9 by 13 pan and have, still have good sized brownies. But of course I did the round pans for the design that I'm going to do today. So I'm going to set one of these aside, and let's see, let's just go ahead and set our roundest one aside because this is going to be for the face of our bunny. And I've got a couple cake boards here as well for the two different designs. So now this one we're going to need to cut. So we're going to need to cut some ears, and then once we cut an ear off each side, we're going to be left with a little centerpiece that will resemble a bow tie, which we're going to use on the bunny. So I'm going to use my cake pan here just as a guide, and I want to get, like I said, a bunny ear. So I want it pretty even here on each side. I'm going to just use a little knife and to cut this out. So I'm going to go about right here with it, and like I said, just use the pen as a guide and just come around here and take off a piece for the ear. So that looks pretty good. So we got one ear. And that brownie looks so good. I'm going to turn this around, and we're going to do the other side, and just try to get that again, as even as possible. We just get that out of the way. Okay, that should be good enough there. And we'll take out that other ear. Okay. All right, so we have two ears and we have a bow tie. And I do need to even it up just a little bit. Let's see here. Let's take a little more off this edge. Okay, good, a little piece to taste test. Okay, and then for our bunny ears, beautiful. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bring this piece back in, and I'm gonna kind of just lay it up against there, and turn around to this side. Because I just want to make sure it's gonna kind of sit flush against that. Okay, perfect. So now I'll line them up on the cake board. And I'm just gonna take a little bit, just a little bit of my frosting there, and put this kind of center there. Okay. Now see that? Okay. All right. And then I'll make sure where these are gonna go. Okay. So probably need to slide it down just a bit. Okay. So we'll put just some dabs of frosting down here, and just put our bow tie right there. Okay. And now for our ears, we are going to need to cut the bottom tip off. So I had a little circle cutter, but I'm not sure where it went. So let me grab that real quick. Okay, this will work. So we want to be about, we don't want to cut too much off, but we do want a little bit gone. So probably about 3/4 of an inch. And if you just take that, just slide it right down in there. Okay, perfect. And same with this one. And you can always go a little bit at a time, because of course, it's better to cut a little bit at a time than cut too much off that you can't put back. So put a little dab here and under here. And we'll place our ears. Perfect. All right. So this is going to be our base for our bunny. And now we're going to put some icing on it and get it decorated. Okay guys, so our bunny is done and we're gonna move on to our basket, but I will tell you now, I just did the top for the sake of time right now, but I will go back later and just go around the edges with the green around the bow and then the white around the bunny as well. So, but right now we're gonna move on to our basket so you can see that one. So here I have a round cake board for this one, and I'm just gonna pop out our other brownie and just actually put a little bit of frosting down just to attach it and keep it from moving around on this. Okay. So here, I am gonna take and just make a little flat surface across the bottom, just to give our basket a flat bottom to mimic a real one. Okay. So slide that down a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to start with the brown, and I'm going to just go ahead and pipe. I've got the basket weave tip on here. So I'm going to just go ahead and pipe some basket weave on the bottom half here. Okay guys, so our bunny and our basket are finished. And let me know what you think about these in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for all of your support. See you next time.